They live with Josey right now. Ain't really got no views, so I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna let you finish telling your story.
So I'm sitting there, I'm really chilling with my brother. We go check the trash out, you know what I'm saying? Nice house. You know what I'm saying? Right next to my son's crib. You know what I'm saying? And I know who he was doing it for. I just came back up from Florida after my mom passed. I was really trying to, yeah, I know because he was looking at me. He was like, "Bro, you don't gotta do this shit. Like, why the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying?" So I'm telling him about how I was gonna get this. I'm trying to do this money move and shit like that. And someone was telling me like, even if he wasn't saying it, it was like it was a self reflection. But I heard it like it
Mm-hmm.
was like in my ear, drunk ass nigga, and it was in his voice. So I'm like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I know he didn't say it because I'm looking at his fucking mouth and shit. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But it was a subconscious level of thought, like to know your people. You know what I'm saying? Like even I know my homie,
You know what
like
you really heard? You
what
heard your own self speaking.
speaking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and that's
heard
what I
your
took it as.
inner thoughts
Thoughts,
of
thinking.
what you think other folks think of you.
Yeah, and that's
Literally
exactly what it
heard that.
was.
Every so often, every so often, only when it's under the childlike circumstances of unknowingness or innocence, when you're around certain people, you can hear each other's thoughts. You like as if you could almost communicate. It's if like you thinking this, like you thinking a question, and Dan walks in and he literally answers your fucking question. As if you were asking the question to him, which technically you were asking the question
Yeah,
to him. You were thinking about asking the question to him. He intuitively heard this out of that connection between you two, the whole
and
kid. Like he's coming in here to bother you any goddamn way. Now somehow in his head it connected and clicked, and he heard the question you was asking him. Nobody's really going, even most people, if they
they're
point
not
it
gonna
out and be
say
like, "Are
it.
you psychic or something?" Because I didn't ask you shit, but I was thinking about asking you that exact thing. And they're like, no, I thought you did ask me. I'm gonna be honest, I heard. Literally thought you asked me, man. I thought that's what you just asked me. And neither person is realizing that you thought out loud, but you thought out loud on a level to where it was just the frequency, the vibration of your thoughts. You didn't have to physically say anything. Your thoughts were being heard. They were being listened to by a person that was intuitive, and they were awake. They were listening. They wasn't just listening to you. They were, you know, telling what else they could have heard within that time. But I promise you that both parties were connected on a spiritual level of awareness, a conscious level of awareness. Like it's not, conscious and spiritual are not the same, because the conscious can roam through the spiritual, and the spiritual can be within the conscious. So it's a very, 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 very technical intertwinement of a relationship. Like very, very set up, because it's two different entities. Everything's based off two different entities. Only one entity is a type of entity. Look, I'm gonna break down in science what is technically God. Science is a replica, a replicator. It's something that's able to be replicated. So God can replicate himself. Like most of the time, multiply, rapidly. God can literally replicate itself. Like to be like, I'm sitting here right now. Now there are two of me. Now there are three of me. Each one speaking in sync. Now, in a mental aspect, most people can actually paint this image, even making people see this image. Nowadays, look at all we can actually do. We can create a simulation. We can actually clone ourselves and put it on camera. I can watch myself, watch myself while it's three of me sitting on a freaking couch. Now, this is the God potential within us. I'm telling you what's going to capsize the Bible or the Quran or any of these books motherfuckers read, because man writes the books for what? Man's entertainment. Man created religion for what? Man's entertainment. I tell you, the first man or the first entity replicated himself, and from then on did not stop. Once we got down to the point to where things were intelligent enough, and I'm telling you, even before the noise began, this was in the silence of things, because this is where it all
I
starts.
thought, oh, the crazy. Look, so the crazy thing is, I watched two different movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So one was Flash. This is new 2023. That's exactly what happened. Because the man was trying to, you know what I'm saying, replicate. You know what I'm saying? But he was moving at the speed of light. But they didn't know they was looking at the same motherfucker. And he was fighting himself.
From Reverse Flash.
The new one, I just watched it. It just came out.
Oh, they got a new episode of Flash. New
No,
Flash?
it's a new movie, nigga. It ain't an episode. It's a new movie.
So
I
it
just
ain't
watched it today.
it ain't the Reverse Flash.
No, they just came out with this shit.
So he really is it which Flash is it? Is it Barry?
It's all Barry. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same character.
Oh yeah, because some
But then there's also
because Barry Allen ain't the only Flash.
it's done.
It's the multiverse. It's somewhere.
Right, and so that's exactly what it's in. What you looking for?
I dropped the damn lighter. Let's go
Right here.
find that bitch.
You got it right there, nigga.
You sure?
Yes, I know. I see it.
Oh, it's right here.
And
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
look, so then there's another one. It was called what's shit called? I just got done watching it. It's crazy because I watch them back to back. Because everything relates. Like when I put in that shit, the movie look movie shit.
That shit
Yeah.
crazy.
I ain't. What's the cat movie?
I love 1-2 Look movie. I love cats too. Cats are like assurance sometimes. Even black cats.
So damn, this was Siamese. It looked like it was Siamese. I looked in this cat. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is damn. KJ had to look it up. She looked it up. Like I was just, and I fed. I didn't know how to feed the cat, but I was like, I'm allergic to cats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, this cat looked me in the eyes when I wasn't scared of me at all. I was like,
And the motherfucker probably hungry.
but didn't eat the food.
I mean, cats are picky.
But I don't know how the fuck. I don't know what the fuck.
They mainly eat like fish and mice and.
Well, maybe I gave the cat some other food they ain't eating. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is it was another. What's this other one?
You really don't have to feed cats. If you're gonna give them anything, give them some fresh ass water, or give them some goddamn milk or something that they lack.
That they can't get in the wild.
Yeah.
They really self-sufficient.
They really are very self-sufficient.
And that's exactly what it brought up when she looked it up. Self-sufficiency, new level. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit. So that's exactly what pulled up. Cause she was like, I gotta look this up. I was like, she's like, why does these cats keep coming to your door? And they always come to my door. And it's just one cat. Even when I was walking, but he was like,
Sometimes it'll be like, I don't know, man. Animals have always followed me, like just randomly. Like I'm not saying I've never been, attacked by like a raccoon or something, or ran from a freaking emu or anything. I'm just saying, most animals, when I really just stop and pay attention, most of them mean me no harm. Like I mean them no harm. Like I've been close enough to a lot of birds to just pet them. Shoot, I mean I'm not the only person probably in this world that a bird and just landed on a motherfucker. Like I'm pretty sure that means you're vibrating at a peaceful ass level. It does not mean that this bird is stupid. It thinks you're a tree. It literally means that you're vibrating on a level where the universe is agreeing that you're connected in some way. So, like, even butterflies, like, as I got older, like, dumb shit like that. I used to meditate, so it's no telling what the fuck was going on as a kid for them 2, 3, and 5 minutes that we used to sit there and meditate. And I used to be like, damn, I actually been meditating. Like, now when I think about it, I'm like, yo, have I always been like this stuck as a kid? Like I always just sat in. I played a lot of video games, but most of it was like Tekken and shit. I drew a lot. Like most of the time I drew, it was like Dragon Ball Z characters. Other than that, I would draw things that probably wasn't even from this world. I designed like structures and different shit like that as a kid, I started playing music. Like the whole time, it's like there was this inner and outer thought, like a feeling, like a sensation in and around me, like a voice, like a guidance too. It's like I wonder how many people used to actually look up as a kid. Like actually just look up and look at constellations and be like, that's a big difference. Like, oh shit, that's Orion's belt. It's on a big different shit. That's a little different. Oh man, why does the sky look so different tonight? Niggas wasn't even knowing what a full moon was, but you know, they was like, yo, the moon is beautiful. Looking at it and shit. Nowadays, it's like within knowledge and like understanding and, you know, the knowingness, you know, the wisdom that's gained, it's like we know so much, yet we know so little. We keep telling ourselves, yo, we haven't even explored the entire earth and we're trying to leave it and yada 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 yada. Yo, we haven't haven't you know what I'm saying, did the whole explored the whole earth. Why the fuck is it so much pollution all over the place? So this trash moves and gets around the earth quicker than the fuck people does. And it's like, nigga, up at the ice poles and shit, frozen in ice and shit. Cause it's like insta frost, nigga, up that bitch. Like, so now you telling me we got all this shit going on. And then I'm like, yo, it's gotta be a solution.
One second, okay, bro.
Somewhere in all of this shit.
One second, bro. I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah. What if they use like, what if we're supposed to use like the bio waste to come up with a solution to like help, you know, get the energy out of the earth? Like we could just restructure all this shit, melt it, like, you know, melt it down, or, you know, do what we gotta do, break down the particles, turn it into something else, synthetic it, you know, utilize all of this shit that, you know, technically once you create it, it can't be destroyed. Let's turn it into something useful. I'm pretty sure it can be put to good use. Like plastic is like good use now, rubber and shit. So discarded plastic, I'm pretty sure it can be refurbished and put to good use in a way that we can actually use it, like a way we can save some shit. Because right now they doing shit with destroying the planet. So in my head, I'm thinking you could take that, the garbage or the plastic outpost and the aluminum shit that we think is shit that we can't use anymore, and reuse it, restructure it. You know what I mean? Like, break down the molecules, do science. You know what the fuck this is. Like, go hard, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And then go listen to me sing, motherfucker.
Right, exactly.
That shit gets real out here in the field.
No,
You know? See, this whole thing is like, as I hit my weed, most of you people are so wrapped into like your modern brainwash and traditional whitewashing and black and red washing and all of the colorful colors of the rainbow and some that aren't in the rainbow. They just random colors that you wish to classify people, a species of man, and our existence, of how we, you know, are just here instead of just acknowledging the fact that we are here. Look, man, beyond the story of Adam and Eve, that is just one story of a pantheon or a family of men who come from a guy named Abraham, who everybody just seems to want to try to say, just because we took this book, because you read the book, you're going to just assume that everybody came from Adam and Eve, when in all actuality, no, we came from... Have you ever seen the movie Crudes? You should all go watch the movie Crudes, or Cruds, or however the fuck you say it. It's like in the beginning of the movie Crude, I'm about to drop a spoiler on you. In the beginning of the movie Crude, right? Once she meets the boy, like it tells you in the beginning about man and how man was like all over for a sec and just living. And it's telling you about, this is what, when they get into the Darwinism. And then, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, what'll break your heart is that the Bible is actually, in fact, based on some Mesopotamian, Egyptian, all of this shit is based on the same thing, of alien interaction, of some random species of alien coming from out in the stars from another planet. They tell you what the fuck they did. They came down here. They seen a species of ape that walked upright. There were different tribes scattered. This is evidence that they're finding right now. Right now. Because in silence, your conscience was still developing. This was the freaking acknowledgement of you. That means you were on autopilot. You were innately soul roaming around understanding things until you woke up and realized you was a fucking nigga. You was a man. And that's when the powers that be had already started introducing shit. See, the thing is about these fucking aliens that came down from wherever to do whatever the fuck they did, they modified those specific species of whatever that was down here, which one of those primitive men were actually pretty much advanced and already beyond walking upright. I mean, scaled to living in huts and different shits out on the savannah, and had their own base of seasons and shit of what they were doing, languages, even written languages. They're getting ready to find that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So, look, check me out. Either way, what they did was goddamn infiltrate this planet, Earth, the home world, that was already gonna do some shit, because what they did was modify their species to look more like them, which their species was already in replicated of the so-called ancestral species on their planet. So their ancestral species, which means they came from the same process of evolution, just allowed more time to evolve within the scale of measure. And they also had some sort of chain of command that seemed to be some sort of fucked up chain of command, where they're just mining planets. Pretty much telling you what they're trying to do is save their planet.
Well, that's what most of these things about.
Pretty much. Not saying
all the space shit, they usually trying to come save their planet by taking our planet.
I'm not saying every experience with an extraterrestrial thing or extraterrestrial being is going to be bad. I'm just saying you got to pay attention to what the fuck you're being fed. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Look, listen. I'm trying to get 10K subscribers. I could really give a damn about a record deal, but I wouldn't mind a check.
I ain't gonna lie, this one of the best flashes.
So right now, I'm gonna watch Flash. I never forget. Tell you to like, share, subscribe to this video. If you watched it, if you fuck with me the long way, you know I'm Josey Fuller. I sing. I just like getting real and doing thought-provoking shit. Don't take anything I say to the heart unless it resonates.
I hope you don't. You're not an average person. I accept that, but I know how to take what you got a lot of good. I know how to find the good out of anybody, guaranteed. That's the superpower. I have a superpower. For real. Nobody, I ain't never met nobody I couldn't get along with. That is the fucking superpower. Because I will find a common ground. Always. Because I choose to seek the good and greatness out of every situation that I've ever been in my life.
Find your superpower and go hard. I'll holler at y'all. My phone going dead. I love y'all. Stay up.